Hello, and welcome to Frantic and Wobbles. I'm Frantic.
And I'm Wobbles.
And we read the worst fanfiction the internet has to offer. And today we will be continuing my Immortal.
Yes.
Alright.
What chapter are we on now?
We are on chapter 13.
Oh dear.
There were so many of these.
Lucky number 13.
Lucky number 13. Author's note. Raven. Thanks for gelping me again. I'm sorry I took your poster of Gerard, but that guy is such a fucking sex bomb. Preps, stop flaming. Vampire and I ran up the stairs looking for Dumbledore. We were so scared. Dumbledore, Dumbledore, we both yelled.
Dumbledore, Dumbledore.
Dumbledore. Dumbledore came there. What is it that you want now, you despicable snobs? He
Where
asked
did
angrily.
Dumbledore come?
He came there.
He came there.
He came to them.
There.
There.
No, he came there.
He came there.
Okay.
Wherever there is.
Wherever there is.
Voldemort has Draco, we shouted at the same time.
Voldemort?
Yeah. He laughed in an evil voice. No, don't. We need to save Draco, we begged. No, he said meanly. I don't give a darn what Voldemort does to Draco. Not after how he misbehaved in school, especially with you, Ebony. He said while he frowned, looking at me. Besides, I never liked him much anyway. And then he walked away.
I don't like him anyway. Out.
Vampire started crying. My Draco, he moaned.
Oh my god.
Author's note, don't you think gay guys are so hot?
Wait a minute. She was just insulting people by calling them gay.
Yes.
And then she got really mad. Let's just skip over that comment.
It's okay, I tried to tell him, but that didn't stop him. He started to cry tears of blood. Then he had a brainstorm.
Crying tears. Okay, so she did it earlier too.
Yeah, all the vampires cry blood.
Why do they cry blood?
I don't know. They all
Is
cry
this
blood.
why they're like in her version of vampirism?
Yes.
Vampirism. Is that why they need to drink blood, because they keep draining it out of themselves in various ways?
Apparently.
Because they just can't hold on to it.
I don't think she thought of the logistics of the whole thing. I had an idea, he exclaimed.
Just one.
And he had it.
No longer does he have it.
No.
No.
What? I asked him. You'll see, he said. He took out his wand and did a spell.
Is this a euphemism?
No.
It would be great if it was.
Then, suddenly, we were in Voldemort's lair.
Okay, now you gotta spell it.
VOLDEMPRT''S. Voldemort's. We ran in with our wands out just as we heard a croon voice say, "Allah Kadavra."
So is he Muslim?
I think he's praying.
He's praying.
He's praying, guys. Give him a second. It was Voldemort.
Oh, as if that's a surprise.
Chapter 14.
Another cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger.
She's really bad about like trying to do a cliffhanger, but it's not really a cliffhanger. It's just annoyingly in the middle of something.
Author's note. Fuck off, preps, okay? Raven, thanks for helping again. I'm sorry I couldn't update. I was depressed and I had to go to the hospital because I slit my wrists.
Wait, for real?
Apparently.
Oh no.
P.S. I'm not updating till you give me 10 God revowels.
Revowels.
Revowels. REVOLWS. Revowels. Warning! Some of this chapter is extremely scray. Vower excretion advised. We ran to where Voldemort was. It turned out that Voldemort wasn't there. What?
Wait! They ran to where he was, but he was surprised he wasn't there.
What?
Wait! So they did a spell, entered his lair, ran to where he was, surprise he's not there.
Yeah.
So they just enter a random, like, okay.
It turned out that Voldemort wasn't there. Instead, the fat guy who killed Cedric was.
Oh my god. She didn't even bother to look up his name.
Who's the fat guy who killed Cedric?
It's Peter Pettigrew.
Ah.
Is who I'm assuming she's referencing.
Draco was there crying tears of blood. Snaketail was torturing him.
Snaketail?
Vampire and I ran.
Wait, hold on. Snaketail. So there is nobody, there's no character named Snaketail. I think she means Wormtail.
Yep.
Who is Peter Pettigrew.
Yep.
So,
He's a whole new character. His name is Snake.
His name is Snaketail, but he's not the same fat guy who killed Cedric Diggory. He's a totally different guy.
Snaketail.
Snaketail.
Oh my god. Vampire and I ran in front of Snaketail. Rid my sight, you despicable preps, he shouted as we started shooting him with the gun.
Rid my sight? Did he just ask them to blind him?
I think so. This keeps getting better.
They come in, wands out, and he goes, blind me!
What the fuck? Okay. Rid my sight, you despicable preps, he shouted as we started shooting him with the gun.
Oh wait, I missed that he called them preps too! Not only did he ask them to blind him, but he also called them preps.
And then they shot him with a gun. You keep missing the gun bit.
I did. No, you keep giving me a new nugget of information, and I get lost because I hear that and I go, wait a minute. I can't hear anything else after that because I've latched.
They started shooting him with the gun.
Shooting him with the gun.
The gun he.
The gun he.
Then suddenly looked at me and he fell down with a lovey-dovey look in his eyes.
Wait, did he like fall in love with her while she was shooting him?
Apparently.
What?
And then there's a period in quotes.
Why?
There's a period in quotes. He said, in this he is 16 years old, so he's not a pedophile, okay?
Snaketail?
Snaketail.
Who was actually Wormtail, who was a friend of Harry Potter's parents?
Not in this story.
Not in this story,
It's his son. It's his son, Snaketail.
It's Wormtail's son, Snaketail.
That's how this worked out.
Okay.
Huh? I asked. Enobi.
Enobi.
I love you. Will you have sex with me as Snaketail?
Wait, she just shot him with a gun! So I'm very confused about the sequence of events. So he's torturing Draco.
Yep.
They come in, wands out.
Yep.
He yells, blind me, preps.
Pretty
and
much.
they start shooting him with a gun.
Yep.
They hit, I'm assuming, and he falls over suddenly in love with her and not dead?
Yep.
Okay. Why does everybody fall in love with Ebony?
Enobi. They fall in love with Enobi.
Okay, fine. Because Hagrid was in love with her before, and like all the other boys are in love with her. Everybody's in love with Enobi.
With Enobi. I started laughing crudely. What the fuck? You torture my boyfriend, they expect me to fuck you? God, you are so fucked up, you fucking bastard, I said angrily.
She really likes that word.
She does. Then I stabbed him in the heart. Blood poured out of it like a fountain.
That's disgusting. Oh no.
No! He screamed. He started screaming and running around. Then he fell down and died.
Wait, she stabbed him in the heart and he's running around screaming.
Yep. And then he fell down and died.
And then he fell down and died.
And
wasn't he already down? Didn't he fall down after they shot him? Did he get up again?
No, he fell down because he was in love with her.
But the point is that he fell down. He was already down.
And then he got up.
Apparently he got up and started running around after she stabbed him in the heart.
Yes.
That's impressive.
He's special.
Snake tail.
Good old snake tail.
Good old snake tail.
I burst into tears sadly.
She burst. She's finished bursting into tears. Now she's gonna start busting into tears.
Brusted. Snake tail, what art thou doing? Called Voldemort. Then he started coming. We could hear.
Oh God. No. Okay, so she's got to start wording things better. All right. I don't know if it's me or just the way she's wording everything in these chapters, but it's just everything sounds like a euphemism right now.
We could hear his high heels clacking to us.
He's wearing high heels? Why is he wearing heels?
His way.
What? I'm picturing him in like a swimsuit now. Like a Miss America, contestant, strutting down the runway in a bathing suit and heels.
Good luck drawing that later.
Oh God. All right, sure. He's gonna be the most beautiful Miss America.
So we got on our broomsticks and we flew to Hogwarts. We went to my room. Vampire went away. There I started crying. What's wrong, honey? Draco asked. He's taking off his clothes so we could screw.
Wait, why? No, okay, hang on. That's not how people interact. You don't just, somebody's very sad, and then the other person comes in, and because they just end up screwing all the time, he's just gonna start undressing as he's asking her what's wrong.
Yeah.
See, I would get mad if somebody did that. I'd be like, get dressed again.
You aren't a Nobi, okay?
I'm not okay, fine. I'm not a Nobi. I would be offended.
He had a sex pack, get it, because he's so sexa, and a really huge you-know-what and everything.
So he had a six-pack?
Yes.
A sexy six-pack?
Yes.
And a big you-know-what.
And everything.
What's the rest of it?
I don't know.
What is everything else? What's happening?
I don't know.
What's going on down there?
He's got extra bits.
I mean, she's only seen one guy. Maybe she doesn't know that they're not all supposed to look like that.
Maybe. It's so unfair. I yielded.
Yielded. As in like Y-E-I-L-E-D?
No, Y-I-E.
Y-I-E.
L-D-E-D.
I couldn't spell it either. There we go.
Why can't I just be ugly or plain like all the other girls? Prep's here except for Bloody Mary, because she's not ugly or anything.
So is she... Wait, now she's very upset and crying and complaining because she's too pretty. Because everybody falls in love with her. Why can't she just be ugly?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I want to punch her so bad. I've never wanted to punch a fictional character more than I do right now.
Well, there you go.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Why would you want to be ugly? I don't like the preps anyway. They're such fucking sluts, answered Draco.
Okay, no. Neither one of them should be calling anybody sluts as they're having this conversation while he's stripping so they can screw again. My hand gestures are being wasted on this thing that has no video.
You're so upset.
I'm very upset. No slut shaming when you're being a slut.
Yeah, but everyone is in love with me. Like Snape and Lupin took a video of me naked. Hagrid says he's in love with me. Vampire likes me, and now even Snaketail is in love with me. I shouted angrily, and
I love how committed she is to calling him Snaketail.
Author's note, don't worry, Anobi isn't a snob or anything, but a lot of people have told her she's pretty. I'm good at too many things. Why can't I just be normal? It's a fucking curse. I shouted and then ran away.
So, okay. People have already tried to tell her that her character is a Mary Sue, right?
Yep.
So she's just gonna make her more of a Mary Sue.
Uh-huh.
Be outright Mary Sue.
The merriest of Sues.
The merriest of Sues. And then the character's gonna complain about how perfect she is. She's too perfect.
Yep.
That's not how this works.
That's not how
That's not how you write things. That's not how writing works. You can't just write things like that and expect people to be like, yeah, sure.
When you're 12.
When yeah.
When you're 12.
Okay, I'm gonna lower her age. She's 10 now. She's 10.
Oh no.
She doesn't even get to be 12 anymore. She's 10.
Chapter 15. We ended on that, by the way.
That's how we ended it. Okay, another cliffhanger?
Oh my god. Chapter 15.
Gotta read out loud, Franny!
Author's note. Stop flaming, okay? By the way, you suck from no on every time... What? Okay, by the way, you suck. From now on, every time someone flames me, I'm gonna slit my wrists. Thanks to Raven for helping.
Okay, so she's using... Okay. That's not... Okay, that's fucked up, man. You can't use that to, like... You can't do that!
But she did.
That's... No! No! That's like telling somebody that if you break up with me, I'll kill myself. That's how you end up in toxic relationships. She's in a toxic relationship with all her readers. She need to get out.
Therapy by Wobbles. Ebony, shouted Draco sadly. No, please, come back. But I was too mad. Whatever. Now you can go have sex with Vampire, I shouted. I stormed into my room and closed my black door with my blood red key. It had a picture of Marilyn Manson on it.
Oh my god. Okay, now we're talking about how her door is dressed.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
He looked so sexy in a way that reminded me of Draco and Vampire. I started to cry and weep.
Okay.
I took out a razor and started to slit my wrists. I drank blood, all depressed. I looked at my black Good Charlotte watch and noticed it was time to go to biology class.
What? There's no biology in Hogwarts.
I always thought they were doing the students, the wizards and witches, a disservice by not teaching them basic shit.
Right? They get to be 11 and then they stop learning all the real world practical shit and instead they're like spells and potions and magical creatures. And you're like, yeah, but what about like taxes and math
and bio
and
how your body
basic
works.
Science, sex ed, yeah. They could use some of that.
They could use some
they could
sex ed.
use a lot of that.
I put on a short, ripped black gothic dress that said Anarchy on the front in blood red letters and a spiky belt. Under that, I put on ripped black fishnets and boots that said Joel all over them with blood red letters. I put my ebony black hair out.
Put it out of what?
She put it out.
Put it outside?
Apparently.
Is it a wig?
It's a wig.
It's a wig. She took it off and put it out the window.
I went downstairs feeling all sad and depressed, as usual. I did some advanced biology work.
Of course.
I was turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar.
What?
Suddenly the guitar turned to Draco.
Okay, is this transfiguration she's talking about?
I think so.
Because that's not biology. That's magic. Magic and biology are two very different things. One of them is science, and one of them doesn't exist. So...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anobi, I love you, he shouted sadly. I don't care what those fucker preps and posers think. You're the most beautiful girl in the world. Before I met you, I used to want to commit suicide all the time. Now I just want to fucking be with you. I fucking love you. Then he started to sing The Chronicles of Life and Death. We considered it our song since we fell in love when Joel was singing it. Right in front of the entire class.
So wait. So what was she changing what into a guitar?
She was turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar.
A bloody pentagram into a black guitar, and then it became Draco?
And then it became Draco.
But it's not really Draco. Did she just make like a copy of Draco?
I have no idea.
This can't be the real Draco.
It might be.
It used to be a pentagram. Is Draco really just a pentagram?
Yes.
Yeah, yes. He's just a pentagram that
was a guitar.
Is also a guitar and is also Draco.
Apparently.
Also, that's the song that was playing that we didn't recognize. The remember the lyrics?
Yeah.
we're thinking about singing and we vetoed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the song.
Oh!
Yeah, the one at the concert that we were both like, what the fuck is that?
What song is
it's
that?
It's so creepy.
It's a weird song about birth.
It's a very weird song about birth. Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh!
Yeah.
We learned something, guys.
I learned it a while ago. I just didn't share.
You fucking asshole. He started singing it right in front of the entire class. His singing voice was so amazing and gothic and sexy, like a cross between Gerard Joel, Chester Pierre, and Marilyn Manson.
Oh my god. So she's turning him into a Gary Sue.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Author's note. Don't you think those guys are so hot? If you don't know who they are, then get the fuck out of here.
Alright, so a couple of them I don't recognize.
I don't know who Pierre is, but I know everybody else.
Say them again?
Gerard, which is My
Yeah.
Chemical Romance. Joel, which is
Yeah.
Good Charlotte. Chester, which is probably Chester Bedingfield, who's Linkin Park.
Yeah.
I don't know who Pierre is.
Yeah, I don't know Pierre either.
And then Marilyn Manson. OMFG, I said after he was finished. Some fucking preps stared at us, but I just stuck up my middle fingers that were covered in black nail polish and were intertwined with Draco's now at them. I love you, I said, and then we kissed just like Hillary Duff. I fucking hate that bitch.
Wait, okay, so not only is this the second time that she has mentioned her hatred for Hillary Duff, and she's wrong, because Hillary Duff is wonderful, but what was going on with their fingers? There was some kind of weird...
Okay, so they both had nail polish on.
Yes.
They're intertwined.
Yes.
And both their middle fingers are up at the preps.
So they're doing this.
Yes.
The
The worst part is no one else has to experience what I'm experiencing. No one else understands the amount that Wobbles wiggles around over there.
I gesture a lot, okay?
No one understands. Anyway, they started to kiss like Hillary Duff. I fucking hate that bitch. And CMM in A Cinderella Story. Who
CMM.
Who is CMM from A Cinderella Story?
Okay, first of all, they made a bunch of different versions of A Cinderella Story.
The one with Hillary Duff in it.
The one with Hillary... There was one with Hillary Duff in it?
Apparently.
Well, I don't remember that one.
We're gonna do a lot of Googling after this episode is
Apparently.
recorded. Then we went away holding hands. Lupin shouted at us, but he stopped because everyone was clapping about how sexy we looked together.
What? Okay. I don't know about you, Fran. if I may call you that. But if I see a couple walking down the hallway, I don't stop and applaud if they're cute. I don't do that. I don't know about you.
No.
Never once have I stopped what I was doing and applauded a couple because they were hot.
No.
I don't know.
Then I saw a poster saying that MCR would have a concert in Hogsmeade right then.
Wait! Okay, so we're gonna have another concert?
In Hogsmeade!
In Hogsmeade! Where? Since when?
Is that the concert venue? You know, the one, the really small one?
We've already established that is too small. It's really small.
Well, apparently there aren't that many goths at Harry Potter World.
Harry Potter World. Not that many.
Not that many. Just the entire Slytherin house.
Just the four. Just four. Everybody else is preps.
Yeah. We looked at each other, all shocked, and then we went together. And that is the end of the chapter.
And then we went together.
They went together.
Okay. Okay, so for once you didn't try to end on a cliffhanger.
A
which
weird cliffhanger.
ended up not being a cliffhanger. But that if that was the end of the story, that would have been a nice way to end it. There was a concert, and we went together. Goodbye.
Yep.
Even though we don't know what's happening with Voldemort.
Yeah, what happened to Voldemort, guys?
What happened to Hagrid? What happened to everybody else? Although, really, do we need to know?
Not really.
No. Because all those storylines ended up being really creepy.
Yeah.
So we don't really need to revisit them. Thanks for watching. Join us next time as we continue reading My Immortal.
And as always, we're sorry.
Very sorry.